Good morning, everyone. It's been a minute since I've bothered you guys with anything, but I am trying to help Jeff McKellop get his story out a little better. He just hasn't been able to do that very well. So what I'm trying to do is convince, persuade something, the podcaster Shawn Ryan to do an episode on January 6th and feature Jeff's story. David Summerall has agreed to be a contact if we can get Shawn's attention. He can reach out to David, who is in touch with Jeff, and as most of y'all know, he is just a wealth of information. So rather than go into a whole bunch of other stuff, I've written an email, so I'm asking people to either email or tweet something and tag Shawn in it. I've got a tweet that I'm going to be doing, so you can always look for me on Twitter and retweet it, tagging Shawn in it again. My Twitter name is Snoozy Susie USA. Snoozy Susie was already taken, so I had to do Snoozy Susie USA. So I'm going to read this letter, and I'll try to post it in the comments if it'll let me, or in the description if it'll let me post all this, along with Shawn's email address. And if you guys will share this, send this email to Shawn or something similar. If we can get a whole bunch of people to do it, then it might get his attention. Just me sending something doesn't really make a whole lot of impact. So I'm going to read this real quick, so hopefully I won't keep you guys for a long time. So here's my email to Shawn. Shawn, I'm writing to ask you to please consider doing an episode on January 6th and the men and women who are being held as political prisoners. In particular, I would like to ask you to feature the story of Jeff McKellop, Airborne Ranger, 2nd Ranger BN, Special Forces, Green Beret, retired. After his retirement, he did contract work for the agency for a number of years. He still had a top secret security clearance on January 6, 2021. I could tell you more of his story, but it would probably be easier for you to just read it on his GiveSendGo page. That link is, and I've got the link there. I do encourage you to not read the mainstream media reports about Jeff. They make him sound like a monster. They have posted a lot of pictures and video clips with no context. I'm sure you know how important context is. His judge has already told him that he is the worst thing to ever happen to this country, and somehow he is supposed to receive a fair trial. That's assuming they ever get around to his trial. He has been incarcerated for 2.5 years and still doesn't have a trial date. Dave Summerall with the organization Stop Hate has agreed to be the contact if you are interested in pursuing this idea. David has done 2 documentaries on January 6th and is a wealth of information. He can be reached at david@stophate.com or info@stophate.com. There are about 180 people currently incarcerated for January 6th, and approximately 100 of those are veterans. We always hear no man left behind. Well, these men and women have been left behind and forgotten about in their own country. That is tragic. Thank you for your time and consideration of this. Just a couple of other things that I kind of didn't tell you guys. Shawn is actually a former Navy SEAL, so I'm thinking Special Forces, maybe that will kind of be a connection with him and Jeff. And he currently has over 1.8 million subscribers on YouTube, so he has a huge following. So if you guys could help me get this out to him, just kind of bombard him with this, I'm hoping it'll get his attention and maybe he'll look into doing something. Thank you all very much, and I know Jeff will appreciate it very, very much. Y'all have a good day.